my legs would not stop shaking for like at least 20 minutes. I finally got to calm down. Like, me personally, I was fine, but my legs would not stop shaking. It was just really bad anxiety. My car is a really bad carb and radiator, so yeah, my brain was going all kinds of places. But look at this beautiful Camaro I saw on the way. I was going to go meet George from Bangin Headlights to get some custom lights done in my car. He came all the way from Australia. He was at SEMA. I don't know if any of you guys saw him, but his headlights are, they're so crazy. Like, so beautiful and just insane. You could do so much things with them.
Where is your car? Oh, let's take a walk. Fat tires. What have you done to it which is causing you all this trouble?
Oh gosh, it's all been the brake kit and the wheels, the offset, and just the brake kit's terrible. And
the size of those tires.
Yeah, nice and fat. She does all these donuts in the desert.
Mustang Country International, and all of these cars in their shop, they looked so freaking beautiful. Like, especially, obviously my favorite was definitely the blue Mustang, like 69 all the way, you know? That's my favorite year for the Mustang, but all these other ones look so freaking like, they were all beautiful. Back from the commercial break, here is George and Damo. They're about to start working on my car and uninstall these headlights. And man, let me tell you, man, this whole process, like, it's always something with my car. Like, I swear nothing could ever go right or easy. So there was so many problems trying to do my headlights. Like, for example, one of the previous owners, I'm not sure who, they somehow managed to break most of the parts that my headlights actually mount on. And my headlights were held up by 1,000 zip ties, and I don't know how none of them broke, so I need to get me some of those zip ties. A lot of the time we were cracking jokes because when I pulled up, the sounds that were coming from my car, for one, the power steering belt was like, it was loose. So that thing was loud. My fenders were catching, so that's why I parked like crap in the first like shot of my car. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I was not about to turn anymore because I need to cut my fenders in the front to fit the wheels right. And oh my goodness, so many issues, but I somehow made it down there. Not quite sure how. Yeah. Whoever did the designing for these headlights and everything, man, I don't know what they were on because they were so unnecessary. Like, each headlight mounts on a whole different bucket. More specifically, what I mean by that is literally every single bucket is different. So none of them are the same. So if you'll see later on in this video that we had confused one of them and I had to redo the wiring and everything because it wasn't fitting right because it was the wrong bucket for that headlight. Also, for the outer headlights, they did some weird spring thing where the spring is like, let's say for example 1 inch long and it needs to extend 3 inches and the spring is extremely tight, so that was not fun. So we spent, I don't know, I think over half an hour just trying to get those springs on, and it was not fun. They were extremely difficult. I think we broke a tool that is designed to put springs on. That's just telling you how much it needs to extend, that it will not want to extend. So yeah, my car, man, she is a nuisance sometimes, but she looks good and she'll get better. Just gotta get her all these goodies so she actually runs right and I can actually get to drive her how she's meant to be driven. But as of right now, I can't. In a second here, you'll see what I was talking about earlier, how George was seeing that the bucket for this headlight was not sitting properly with the headlight. So that's when we found out that every single bucket was for a specific headlight and this was not it. So he had to undo the wiring, rewire it, obviously get the bucket first in there, the right one. So we had to search for that right bucket, and I think it was the bucket that was installed to the left of it, so we had to undo it. While they were figuring all of that out, Eddie came to show me his car, and man, the AC he had in it was literally insane. And then he showed me this beautiful other 69 Mustang, and man, George and all of them got to work while I was looking at that because they only needed to install one headlight and that was it. A few minutes later and Destin arrives and I had him guess what I did to my car, but it's been so long so he kind of forgot what it looked like. But
do you see it yet?
What?
Look around, you'll see.
Hey,
Here.
you guys work that out, I'll do the wire.
He's killing
So
me.
this one we have to do it the other way around. Since we have to get the back first, because there's a crack in the center. Yeah.
So you
But
use
you
that
can't get like a little...
Actually, I got a better idea. Come here.
Yeah. That.
is that it?
That's part of it.
Is the suspension?
That too, actually, yeah. There's 2 more things technically then.
Definitely not new paint.
One you have to bend down for.
Oh, you fucking... What'd you do to yourself? There is nothing.
Not the exhaust.
You don't want to go too much because then you'll
Are you like air bags?
No. The rear end.
I noticed it looks like fucking brand new. What'd you do?
It's a whole new rear end.
Yeah, I'm sure you needed it after all the fucking burnouts and stuff you were doing.
Well, not just that. The
think
brake
it-
kit, this kit, because that's another thing. I was on drums.
Yeah.
I think it started coming back to him at that point, but here are my headlights. They're not fully wired, but we were doing some tests just to see if everything was working properly. And I didn't mention, but these are made out of glass. He has a lot of designs of headlights, so if you guys don't like that it has halos or anything like that, you guys can get them without the halos. I believe he has them under traditional, and these are resto mod. But I got some that have halos and demon eyes, which you guys will see here, that literally no one has in the game besides him. If I'm correct, I believe I'm correct, but they are projector LEDs. They're true plug and play. They still look classic, which I love. I don't want them to look too modern, but they also are insane. Like, as I mentioned, he has demon eyes, which you guys will be seeing in the video earlier, and I chose them as red. I also now have indicators. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but my centers, the ones that are on my grill, I got those as indicators, and the outers, I got them as RGB halos. So you guys will see that. And flashback to 2016 with this commercial break. We all started giving it a go, and I got it, I think, 2 times, and then he got it, I think, 1 time, but I didn't know how long he would take to get it. So I didn't get it on video, but we all started giving it a go. And you guys are about to see the demon eyes. Do you guys see how crazy those look? Just... man, those at nighttime. And then here are my halos. I turned them on in red at that time, but like I said, they can go any color. He also measured them perfectly so they wouldn't be blinding other people on the road, but I could still see. I don't know why here I thought it looked like a cow. Like, I don't know. But also after that, we were done. We were on the way to Venice, and I saw like 4 fox bodies on the way there. Like, I don't know what was happening, but the fox bodies were out today. And then I wish I had like a nice exhaust and the wind wasn't crazy in this car, because the sounds that would have came out when we were in the tunnel, like, it would have been godly. But it is what it is. If I do need to get an exhaust soon here. So if anyone wants to sponsor an exhaust, like, I'm all here for it. Yeah, I'll take it off your hands. We ran into another tunnel, which I think this was actually close to LAX. I don't know how we ended up there, but the freeway took us the wrong way, and so they were like waiting on us for, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm not too sure, but man, these roads were so bumpy. The roads out there are bad, and then this dude just took off. He saw the car a couple of minutes and said, all right, I'm out. Finally made it. Here we are. I saw this beautiful Porsche, and then here are the headlights at nighttime. This is with the halos and demon eyes on at the same time. I don't know why I was doing that with the camera, but I'm showing you guys a few more examples. Like, these are just the halos going off, and then this is the whole mayhem. Demon eyes turned on, had my emergency lights on, and the halos were going, so that was just mayhem. These are just the low beams, so imagine the high beams. Insane.
Right after this is better me freaking Mimi's time. Mimi.